Nicolae Ceausescu. Ceausescu, whose government in Romania was considered one of the most repressive in the Eastern Bloc, met a brutal end. In 1989, the Romanian Revolution, an uprising by the Romanian people against the communist regime, was underway. The final straw came on December 17th, when the police and military opened fire on an anti-government demonstration. By December 20th, even though the press was completely censored, word began spreading through word of mouth and anti-communist radio broadcasts. Ceausescu decided to hold a mass rally the next day, December 21st, in what is now Revolution Square. At first, it looked like just another one of his speeches. He blamed the previous riots on fascist agitators trying to destroy socialism, but Ceausescu had misread the crowd's mood. About 8 minutes into his speech, people began booing and shouting. He tried to calm them by raising his right hand and calling for silence, and order was briefly restored. Eventually, however, he lost control of the crowd and fled inside the building. Bucharest erupted in open revolt, but the military quickly took control, clearing the streets by midnight and arresting hundreds. By the next morning, the rebellion had spread to all major cities. Vasile Milea, Ceausescu's defense minister, unalived himself. Believing he had been murdered, almost all of the soldiers switched sides and joined the revolution. Ceausescu made one last desperate attempt to address the crowd gathered in front of the Central Committee building, but people began throwing stones and other stuff at him, forcing him to retreat inside once again. He and his wife, Elena, escaped to the roof and managed to flee by helicopter, just seconds ahead of the demonstrators who had reached the top floor. However, they were ordered to land by the army, which had restricted all air traffic by that point. Ceausescu and his wife were detained by police, who reportedly listened to updates on the revolution by radio. On Christmas Day, December 25th, 1989, the Ceausescus were tried by a military court and sentenced to death. Ceausescu repeatedly denied the court's authority and insisted he was still the legal president of Romania, but it made no difference. The couple was executed by firing squad, riddled with more than 100 bullets in seconds.